What's going on, guys? Billy here, and if there is one issue that I've got with the Inspire 2, it's gotta be the size of the drone. Now, it's because of this size that I'm able to carry larger cameras underneath to shoot better photos and videos. It's because of that size I'm able to fly at 60 miles an hour, and it's also because of the size that I can put 2 batteries into the back of the drone for redundancy. The thing is, though, carrying that drone around is a real pain, and for the longest time I was using a case made by GPC. It was the landing mode case, to be exact, and it was a monster of a case. It let me fit all of the accessories, it let me fit all of the remotes and the batteries that I needed to. Don't get me wrong, it provides superior protection over pretty much anything else on the market, but having to take this thing out of my car 5 or 6 times a day when shooting in different locations is a huge pain. Because of this, I did some research, and after scouring the internet, I found this thing right here. It is the Lowepro DroneGuard Pro Inspired. You can obviously fit your Inspire 2 in here, or you can also put the Inspire 1 inside of this backpack, and then once you unzip the back, you've got some room for some different accessories like remotes, batteries, cables, chargers, cameras, really whatever you want to bring along with you. And this is the best, if not one of the only options that you have for backpacks that can carry an Inspire series drone. You know, I did see an option from GPC on their website, but it kind of looks like a big uncomfortable box that you'd strap to your back, so I automatically knew that I'd go with the Lowepro. Now, really quickly, while we're here on my computer screen, I just wanted to show you guys the price of this backpack right now. It's $64.95 on Amazon, and you know what? I'm a little bit upset because I think I bought this for like $90 a few weeks ago, but regardless, this backpack is originally like $210 on Lowepro's website, so this is a steal to say the least. Anyway, the backpack itself is really comfortable, as all Lowepro bags are that I've experienced, and provides a ton of space for anything that you'll have to carry around relating to your drone. I know that everybody's going to be carrying around different things, but for me, I've got the Inspire 2, the camera, 6 batteries, a remote, the charger, the charging hub, the tablet, a bunch of cords, and it still is pretty light. I feel like I could probably carry this for like 2 hours if I had to. Now, one of the things I know I'll have a lot of people asking about is how the drone goes inside. So the top flap of the backpack comes up, and then the drone slides into the perfectly sized compartment to fit the body. That same flap then goes over the top and fastens with buckles that are on either side of the backpack, so your drone stays in there nice and snug. This then leaves the legs exposed and sort of like protruding from the outside of the backpack, and I know that this might seem unappealing to certain people because they want to make sure their entire drone is enclosed and protected from the elements or accidentally like bumping into an object as you're walking with it on your back, but there's really no way that Lowepro could have made a traditional normal looking backpack and fit the Inspire 2 or Inspire 1 all the way inside. It just wouldn't happen. You'd have to go with something like that GPC case, but then you've got like a turtle shell on your back. Now, if it makes it any better, Lowepro does include these little covers for the feet and the motors, which will slightly protect those components, although I usually just leave them off because they make it more of a hassle to get the drone into the air, as it's just like an extra step to go through before flying. Because of the design and the style and shape of this backpack, you've kind of got to be aware of your surroundings and learn your boundaries, and I relate this to driving a car, right? That's like the best analogy I can give. So when you get into a car for the first time, you've got to learn how long the hood is, you've got to learn how much room you've got behind you, and the same thing is true with this backpack. Once you put it on, you've got to learn how much room you need behind you when you're going in through door frames, when you're walking in tight spaces, and if you don't feel comfortable like walking through a building, you can just take the backpack off, hold it in front of you, and then you'll be aware of your surroundings and make sure you don't bump into anything. But after walking with this thing outside for like 2 or 3 weeks, I can say that I'm not worried about the protection whatsoever. Now, something to note is that this backpack is not a one-to-one replacement of a hard case. It sort of just solves a different problem. The pros of using a big case like this are obviously the added safety and protection, as well as the sheer amount of things you can fit inside. As I showed off in my review video of this GPC landing mode case, you can fit an incredible amount of things like 2 remotes, 2 crystal skies, 2 full chargers, and 12 batteries, making 6 full sets, to name a few. Needless to say, you cannot fit all of that inside of this Lowepro bag. They state that you can hold 1 remote, 1 camera, up to 6 batteries, miscellaneous charging cords, and a single tablet. Now, you can alter the inside depending on your needs with these different inserts, so you can carry more batteries if you demand, or you can carry more lenses for your camera if you'd prefer. At the top of the bag is also a small compartment for things that you may need to grab quickly, like your wallet or phone, but usually I just chuck like my ND filters, some small cords, or anything that's really small up there in the top. As someone who flies my Inspire 2 with one single operator almost every day, so I don't have like a second operator, that doesn't mean I need 2 remote controllers, so one remote works fine with me, and I find that 6 batteries for myself is the sweet spot. That's 3 flights, and as long as I've got my charging hub and the charging cord and access to a power source, I can just continue to charge those batteries throughout the day if I need to. Now, again, you've got to realize this is not going to fully replace my GPC case. It's not like I'm going to get rid of that thing. I'm going to keep it around for when I need it. So if I'm going to be bringing it on a plane, I can put it in the GPC case. If I need to bring a ton of batteries, if I need to bring different lenses, 2 remotes, 2 Crystal Skies, then of course I'm going to turn to the Crystal Sky. But there's a lot of times where I've got to leave my Inspire 2 at home because I'm going to be walking a long distance. I just bring my Mavic with me because I don't want to bring a massive case along. But now with this backpack, I'm able to throw it on my back and bring it if I've got to walk hours. Honestly, it just doesn't even bother me. With that said, I'm really happy with the build quality, the comfortability, and the size of the backpack. It's the perfect size. It's not too big, so I don't feel like I'm carrying a turtle shell on my back, and also it's not too small to the point where you can only carry like 1 set of batteries, 1 remote controller, just 1 camera, no lens. So again, it really is the perfect size. It's very comfortable. It's very easy to maneuver and carry around, and something that I love is that it sits flat on the butt, I guess, or the base of the backpack, so it doesn't tip from one side to the other. I haven't found a backpack that can sit like this probably ever in my entire lifetime, and it's especially important on a backpack like this because you've got your drone exposed, protruding, and you don't want it like leaning up against the legs. Anyway, guys, that pretty much wraps up this video. I'm a big fan of this backpack. I knew as soon as I got the Inspire 2, I need to find some way to bring that drone along with me in a bag, and I'm really happy I finally decided to pull the trigger because it's going to make it so much easier to bring it around with me to my shoots, or just if I want to travel, it's going to be so much easier to load inside of my car. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, I'll talk to you later. Peace.